I'm really curious to see if the perch are still active this time of year, which is why I've bought probably the most effective way to catch them, the drop shot rod with me. And I'm going to go down to the spot I usually fish to try and catch some of these big perch. From what I've gathered on my stretch of canal anyway, they're not really that active this time of year. It's morely pike, which as you guys have seen, I'm not very good at catching them. I just can't seem to catch one. So I'm going for perch on the lures today. The spot I'm going to head down to is the spot where I've caught my personal best perch. It was about 3 pounds, it was quite big. So I want to try and catch another one of them, except this time I want to catch a bigger one. Before I get started, I'm just going to quickly show you the rig I'm using. As you can see, I've got a little curly tail lure on a drop shot hook. I've got about 10 inches of main line, or whatever you call it, and then I've got the little drop shot float weight at the bottom. So hopefully, when this is in the water, I should get catching. So I'm going to quickly head further on, a few bridges down that way, and get to the spot. I've now arrived at the spot and I'm going to get casted as much as I possibly can because I want to try and make the most out of the time I've got today. So I'm just going to make my first cast out with the drop shot now and see if I can get lucky first cast. I'll put you on the chest mount for my second cast because I had some bites then, not major bites, but I had a few little tiddly ones. So I'm going to see if I can get lucky on the second cast and get it on camera. And I'm taking it steady today really. I'm just like reeling in as slow as I can, twitching the rod as I go. I'm feeling all the bites really. I've not had any as of yet. And I'm about halfway across the canal. So this could get interesting. No, I can see the lure and nothing is following it this time. But I'm sure as I move down this way, I'll get more bites. What I really like about this stretch of canal is, I don't know if you can see on camera, but over there's like a little crevice thing. And on the crevice there's like a ledge in the canal. And on that ledge, if you go further, it goes a lot deeper. So I like to cast on the ledge and reel it in, let it sink just on the border of that little, from shallow to deep, and reel it in dead slow, and that's where you get the bites. It works for me anyway. I'll show you now. I'll just give it a quick little toss over there. That was terrible. Let me retake that. So, for instance, I'm here, and I go like that. There we go, that's more like it. It landed on the ledge. And I'll reel it in, and I can see the lure. It's just sinking right now. And then it's just hit the bottom. I felt the weight. And then I'll just reel it in about this pace. And just keep continuously doing this until I eventually catch one. I could catch one on this one, you never know. So I'll keep recording until I reel it in. Just thought I'd flip the camera on here because I just had a cast, and here they are again. There's a few little bites, very, very small. So it's obviously a little tiny perch. Could even be a tiny pike, but I'm sure if it was a pike, it would have took it by now. But yeah, I'm just casting. As you can see, the canal's proper narrow here. I really like it, and that's why I'm casting in little areas like just underneath them brambles there. There's a few rocks that overhang the water, and I've caught one there before. So I'm just casting in all these little different areas just to maximise the chance of catching one. Quick little pit stop. I'm snagged on a bramble over there. I casted and I reeled it in. It was going fine, and then it got stuck on this thing underwater. Now I'm snagged. Why do snags exist? I've just snapped my entire rig. I was pulling it and it just weren't coming off, and I'm not sure why. I mean, the hook was very sharp. I know that because I hooked myself this morning when I was tying it, but I didn't think it was that sharp. It's sticking to a little bramble. It's about that thin. It's like a straw, but I'm snagged and I've lost my rig. And I forgot all my spare lures. I left them on the counter at home, and I'm gutted. I've got to run all the way back now, and I'm gonna get a new rig on. The video is not over yet. I'm coming back down. So I'm on my way back, and I've just looked in the canal, and when I walked past, a little school of perch came past. So the fish are definitely out and active. I'm back at the beginning. I've been home, got on my other rod, my bait caster one. I didn't bring the drop shot back out because I would have had to rig it all back up again, and that would take about 10 minutes. It's not a lot of time, but I've only got about an hour left of daylight before the sun goes down, because it goes down ridiculously early now. So I'm just gonna go lure fishing. I've got one of my newer lures on. It's a nice little paddle tail. So I'm gonna go down with this, see what I can catch. Might have a cast in this puddle with the lure. I'll probably catch more stuff in there than the canal. I've finally made it back. I've got the lure rod with me. It's on the floor at the moment, but but I'm back and I'm going to catch a fish. I'm determined to catch one of these perch. I saw them active earlier, so I know they're out and about. And now I'm going to get casting again, exactly from where I left off. And this time, yes, I have bought a spare lure with me, just in case I lose this one. This here is exactly where I left off. The lure is still there in that tree, bramble, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm casting there. Thankfully I didn't get snagged this time. And it's a lure rod, so I can reel in differently. I don't have to wait and stop and twitch or whatever. I can just go slowly and the fish will have it. Here where I am now, it's very narrow, and I never tend to catch in this little bit here. It's either right the way down there or right the way up there, and never in this middle bit. So if I could get one in this middle bit, that would be a first, and it'd be quite cool. But what I'm trying to do, I might just skip this section and come back to it later and go straight to where that fallen down tree is there, because that's where a lot of the big ones lurk. I'm actually having bites, nibbles, whatever you call it at the moment. Something's proper bashing at that lure. Oh, I had it on then. Come on. See, nah, it was there. I had it on. That's a good sign. I actually had a fish hooked, but somehow lost it. I don't know why or how, but that's just my luck for you. I'm casting back where that was though now, and I'm really trying to catch this fish. I'm not leaving without a fish today. I'm saying that. I don't know. But I mean, today I'm going to try my hardest to catch and not blank, because I've blanked too much this winter. And it's reasonable because it's winter and it's hard to catch in winter and all, but I'm fed up of not catching. So I really want to catch one today. About the lure I'm using as well, it's really nice. I got it out of the Angling Direct Advent Calendar. And it's this little orange one here, and it stands out a lot in this water, because I know up there I said it was clear and see-through, but down here for some reason it's quite dark and dull. And this lure stands out a lot in this water. So if anything sees my lure, chances are it'll attack it. Right, so now I'm at this bit here, and past that little gap up there where my rod's pointing, I've caught 3 perch on the lures right there as I've reeled in. So that's my lucky spot, and then anywhere onwards down here, I get lucky usually and catch one. So I'm going to push at it now, get casting again, and I've got about an hour left, so I'll make the most of it. I'm going to have my lucky cast here. That weren't lucky at all. Take 2. I'm casting with the left hand now. Oh my god. It's alright, my hands are quite cold, so it's harder to cast, but take 3. That'll do, it's close enough to the gap. So now it's sunk, and I'll reel it in just at this little steady pace. And that's usually the pace I catch these perch at. For some reason, I don't know, but I like it going slow. Sadly, my lucky cast was not very lucky. I had 3 lucky casts. Not one of them worked. This tree's still not been cleared. It's been in the water for about 2 or 3 weeks now, or whatever, I don't know. But this is good structure, so there should be a lot of fish around here, I'd imagine, hiding underneath the branches and the trees and the logs and whatever. Bad thing is it makes it very awkward to cast, so I'm just having to walk around here now, and I've got to get past this, and then I'll cast just by that blue thing ahead of me. Here we go. I'm going to get out here. This is the place where it's got the little gap as well. As you can see over there, it's a lot, oh god, I'm on a branch, there we are. It's a lot lighter and shallower, and then it goes deep. So I've just let it sink into the deeper bit. And here, I could get lucky, but I don't think I will just yet. Now is not my time. God, I really thought I had a fish on then. I clicked film thinking it was a fish, and then this branch pops out of the water. Well, here we are, guys. My first catch of the day, a branch. After that branch, I've just been whipping up a load of little twigs and branches again. So I'm going to skip this bit and come back to it later maybe, and try out a bit where I've never actually really fished before. I've never fished down this bit much. I did once and caught one, and that was it. So maybe if I try it today, I'll get my luck back. At this point, I've covered all of this section, all of that section, and the most I've had is that one fish that I had hooked and lost. And there's 30 minutes of daylight left, which is not ideal in the situation I'm in. I think I'm going to head back down that way, which I didn't film much down there. I'm going to go back down that way and cast out a lot, see if I can get one. Down here is quite good though, because it's narrower than it is up there. It's really cool, And then down there, by the bridge, I'll show you when I'm down there, but it's really shallow. Not shallow, narrow. I'm down this bit now, and it's really crazy. You can see there it's narrow, and then it just gets narrower and narrower until it's towards the bridge. Under that bridge before, I've had some bites from some big fish as well. So I'm gonna have a few casts under that bridge now. Just under the bridge, I've cast it out. I'm gonna reel it in. No look-uns there, just the same as out here. But I'm very sad to say that I've got to head in now, because as you can tell above me, it's not dark yet, but it's getting darker, and it gets dark quick this time of year. So I have a bit of a walk ahead of me, so I need to get in. So I think that's enough fishing today. I blanked again. I'm absolutely gutted, but oh well. It was a nice session, I guess. Bit of a weird one, starting out with the drop shot, ending it with a lure rod, having a few obstacles to tackle. But that's no problem for me. At least I got out and tried. But I guess the answer to my question at the start of the video, can I catch a perch active this time of year? Apparently not. With all that said though, I'm gonna have to wrap the video up here. I think this video should be posted on Christmas Eve. So if you're watching it on Christmas Eve, have a very nice Christmas. If you're watching it on Christmas, Merry Christmas. And if you're watching it after Christmas, I hope you had a good Christmas. Please make sure to like the video down below. Whilst you're down there, subscribe to the channel and turn the post notification bell on, so you never miss another one of my videos in the future. If anyone's interested in becoming a member of my channel, please do. The link is in the description, I believe, for that. And basically you'll just get special perks. You'll get early access to my videos that I post on here. You'll get exclusive videos. I've already got 1 or 2 of those up, so you can check them out. But thank you all very much for watching. Have a good Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.